For a long time, the galaxy thought humans were weak. Many alien races called them soft, emotional, and slow. Earth was known for music, farming, and art, not for war. No one in the galaxy feared humans. They traded peacefully, helped with science, and stayed away from conflict. But what the galaxy didn't know was that humans were building something in secret, far away from Earth. Beyond Neptune, behind cold icy moons and thick asteroid belts, something big was happening. In the shadows of the Kuiper Belt, humans had built hidden shipyards. These shipyards were massive. They were protected by cloaking fields and asteroid shields, making them invisible to alien scanners. Inside those secret shipyards, humans were building the most powerful war machines the galaxy had ever seen. They called them Leviathan. Shayness. Some were even larger than moons. These warships were covered in thick armor that could survive a supernova blast. They had thousands of plasma cannons, gravity disruptors, and energy weapons that could destroy a fleet in seconds. At their heart was a dark energy core, something humans had discovered but never shared. Only a few top human leaders knew about the Leviathan project. The rest of Earth continued to live normal lives, thinking peace would last forever. The humans who worked on the Leviathans were sworn to silence. Some never returned to Earth. They lived and worked inside those giant ships, raising families, growing food, and training soldiers, all in space. The first Leviathan was called Judgment. It took 50 years to build. Thousands of scientists, engineers, and soldiers gave their lives to it. And when it was finally ready, didn't roar or show itself to the galaxy, it waited. Earth's leaders had one goal: be ready, but stay quiet. They knew that peace never lasted. They had studied history, from the ancient wars of Earth to the first alien skirmishes on Mars. Humans had learned one painful lesson: power protects peace. So while the galaxy laughed at humans, Earth remained silent. While aliens called them slow, humans worked faster than ever. While others looked at Earth's peaceful cities, they didn't look deeper into the cold parts of space, where giants were being born. Some alien spies did try to find out the truth. They flew near the solar system. They scanned Earth and its moons, but they never saw the hidden shipyards. They never found the Leviathans. They only saw quiet radio signals and empty space. One alien, a small insect-like creature from the Kurvan Empire, once returned and told his leaders, "Humans are boring. Nothing dangerous there." The Kurvan Empire removed their patrols near Earth after that. Big mistake, because by that time, Earth had already finished building Leviathan 02, called Wrath, and construction had begun on Leviathan 03 and Leviathan-04, back on Earth. People looked at the night sky and saw stars. They didn't know that somewhere far beyond Pluto, a planet-sized warship floated in the dark, silent and waiting. Its giant cannons were quiet. Its engines were still, but inside, its systems were alive. Judgment was watching. The Galactic Council was the most powerful group in the galaxy. It was made up of more than 300 alien civilizations. They ruled from a golden space station floating above the planet Zeroin. The Council controlled laws, trade, and most wars in the galaxy. They thought they were wise. They thought they knew everything. But they didn't know what Earth was building in the council chambers. Alien leaders often joked about humans. Earth still uses chemical fuel for their rockets, said a tall blue creature from the Valari race. They have no empire, no strong fleets. It's just a weak little planet with a moon, laughed another. From the Trescan Union, they're good for music and food, not much else. They all laughed. No one took humans seriously. For the council, humans were like pets, friendly, emotional, and harmless, but humans were good actors. On the outside, they looked kind and slow. Inside, they were sharp and silent, while other races fought wars. Humans studied them, while others expanded empires. Humans expanded technology. Secretly, carefully. Humans joined the Galactic Council only 50 years ago. They followed the rules, sent gifts, signed treaties, but behind the friendly smiles, they were watching and learning and building back in the Kuiper Belt. Leviathan 03 was almost complete. It was named Fury. Engineers said it was faster than any known ship and had a cannon strong enough to crack open a small planet. But still, humans said nothing. On Earth, life looked peaceful. People farmed, worked, sang, and traveled. Tourist ships from alien worlds visited Earth's oceans and museums. Everyone believed Earth was safe and calm. They were wrong one day. Something strange happened in the outer rim of the galaxy. A mining colony called Titanus 9 sent out a distress signal. It was short, just for words. They are here. Run. Then silence. The Galactic Council sent a small team to investigate. When they reached the Titanus 9 system, they were shocked. The entire planet was gone, not damaged, gone. Nothing left but dust and melted rock. The mining colony, the orbiting stations, the nearby defense satellites all destroyed. No enemies in sight, no traces of known weapons, just floating silence. The investigation ship floated closer to a piece of broken metal. As they scanned it, a message appeared in Old Earth language. This was only a warning. Do not test Earth. The Council went into panic. Earth did this, shouted one alien general. Impossible, another said. They don't have the power. But the evidence was there. Some refused to believe. Some wanted to attack Earth immediately. Others said, maybe someone was trying to frame humans. The truth was hard to swallow. Humans had destroyed a planet, and they had warned the galaxy not to push further. Back on Earth, the Leviathan Command watched everything. They saw the panic in the Council. They heard the rumors. Still, they said nothing. The Leviathans remained hidden. No new messages were sent. No. Answers were given. The silence spoke louder than words. On alien worlds, people began to whisper. Are the humans hiding? Something. Did Earth really destroy Titanus 9? Did they have secret weapons? Fear slowly replaced laughter. The galaxy had laughed at Earth for too long. Now, they weren't laughing anymore. The galaxy was in shock. Titanus 9 was not a small outpost. It was a full mining planet, rich in rare metals and protected by orbital defense rings. It had over 200,000 workers, including humans, Carillions, and Valari miners. Now, it was gone. Turned to dust, the Galactic Council called it a disaster. But deep down, they were afraid. They still didn't want to believe that Earth was responsible. Some blamed black hole storms. Others said it was a natural spacequake. None of those ideas made sense. Only one piece of evidence remained. That broken metal plate floating in space. On it were 4 words. Do not test Earth. The Council held emergency meetings. Everyone was shouting. Some wanted answers from the humans. Others feared provoking them. Earth had always been polite, peaceful, and helpful. But now, many began to wonder if that politeness was just a mask. Meanwhile, Earth said nothing. No official statement, no message. Just silence. That silence scared the galaxy more than any weapon. Far from the Council. Deep in the Orion sector, one alien empire decided to act. The Zarnok Dominion was known for its aggression. It ruled 40 star systems and had the second largest fleet in the galaxy. The Zarnak leaders believed humans were bluffing. Earth is small. Their silence is fear. The Zarnok commander barked, "We will show them real power." They chose to send a warning message, not through words, through fire. The target was Mars. Mars had several human colonies, research stations, and trade posts. It was Earth's second home. The Zarnok believed if they hit Mars, humans would surrender or explain themselves. The Zarnok fleet launched from their homeworld. 50 warships armed with plasma cannons and nukes entered the solar system using stealth drives. No one saw them coming. As they approached Mars, human satellites began to flicker. Something felt wrong. Then, suddenly, every Zarnok ship received a signal. It was not in their language. It was human. Just 3 words. You were warned. The sky above Mars darkened. Stars seemed to vanish behind something massive. A shadow moved slowly behind Pluto. Zarnok scanners tried to read it. but their systems crashed. Cameras showed a dark metal surface stretching across the void. A ship. No, not a ship. Floating. City, no, a floating planet. Leviathan-01. Judgment. The first Leviathan had finally moved. It drifted forward, silently, like a giant awakening from deep sleep. Zarnok ships fired first. Plasma blasts shot toward the Leviathan. Missiles launched. The sky lit up with energy. But nothing happened. The Leviathan did not even shake. Its shields absorbed the attacks. It's like a sponge soaking water. Then, with no warning, it responded. Just one beam. A single white beam of energy shot from its core cannon. It hit the center of the Zarnok fleet in 1 second. Half of their warships vanished. No explosions. No. Debris, just ... gone. The other half turned and tried to flee, but it was too late. Smaller cannons on the Leviathan fired in silent rhythm. Each shot found its target. Each target turned into stardust. In under a minute, the entire Zarnok fleet was destroyed. Back on Earth, humans watched quietly. They did not celebrate. They did not cheer. They simply turned off the warning system. The message had been sent to the galaxy and to the Council. We asked for peace. We brought war. News of the Zarnok fleet's destruction spread across the galaxy like wildfire. 50 powerful warships gone in less than a minute. Destroyed by something so large, so advanced, that even the best scanners couldn't understand it. Many aliens watched the video recordings in disbelief. Some thought it was fake. Others were frozen in fear. One thing was now clear to everyone. Earth was hiding something huge. The Galactic Council held another emergency meeting. This time, there was no laughter, no jokes about humans, only silence and panic. An old lizard-like ambassador from the Thurox. Empire spoke first. "We have made a mistake," he said slowly. "Earth is not weak. They are something else." "Leviathan no one," said the AI representative from the Macron race, "is not just a ship. It's a floating planet. We estimate its surface area equals half of Europa's moon. Its core weapon produces energy equal to a collapsing star." Room went still. "Do they have more?" someone whispered. That was the real fear now. What if Earth had built more than one? The answer came sooner than expected. Just 2 days after the Mars incident, another Leviathan appeared, this time in the Carillion system, near the capital planet Cori Llia-Prime. It didn't attack, it didn't speak, it simply hovered in orbit. Fully visible, fully powered, alien ships scanned it. No results. Its armor was unreadable, its power source unknown. Its crew, if there was one, completely silent. The name on the side of the ship was clear. Leviathan-02. Wrath. The Carillions panicked. Their cities went into lockdown. Their military stood by, unsure of what to do. Then a message arrived. It came from Earth's central communication hub. It was short. "You attacked our home. This is your warning." The Carillion Emperor, shaking with fear, sent back an apology. He promised never to support the Zarnok again. He also offered resources, trade, and peace talks. The Leviathan stayed for 6 hours and vanished into deep space. Just like that, no damage, no death. But the message was received loud and clear. Across the galaxy, alien leaders began to change. Their behavior, the Valari Empire signed a new peace treaty with Earth. The Thalon Union canceled a military drill near Jupiter. Even the Macron AI system offered access to its advanced knowledge banks. All of them realized the same truth. Earth was not weak. Earth was waiting. Meanwhile, back in the Kuiper Belt, inside hidden command centers, Earth's top leaders watched everything unfold. Inside Leviathan Command, General Red looked at the big screen showing reactions from alien worlds. They thought, "We were behind," she said softly. Beside her, Admiral Doran nodded. "Let them think whatever they want." The Leviathans were built to stop war, not to start it. Each Leviathan had thousands of human crew, trained for peace, but ready for Battle. Families lived inside. Farms, schools, and even hospitals floated within their armored walls. These were not just warships, they were cities in space, made to survive any threat. Leviathan 03, named Fury, was now fully operational, and construction on Leviathan 04 and Leviathan 05 was almost complete. Humanity had become a silent superpower, not because it wanted to rule the galaxy, but because it refused to be ruled by anyone else. And yet, it's far away. In a hidden corner of the galaxy, something else was growing. Some alien empires didn't want peace. They saw the Leviathans as a threat to their power, and they were preparing something dangerous. Something they thought could destroy the Leviathans forever. But they didn't know one thing. Humanity was always 10 steps ahead. The destruction of the Zarnok fleet and the silent visit of Leviathan O to shook the galaxy. Many alien empires began to fear Earth, but fear doesn't always bring peace. Sometimes it brings jealousy, anger, plans for revenge. Inside the deep chambers of the Galactic Council, a secret group was formed. They called themselves the Alliance of Order. It was made up of 7 powerful Empire Zarnok survivors, the Threx Dominion, the Carillion rebels, and others who feared that Earth was rising too fast. They believed the Leviathans were too dangerous. "If we don't act now," said one Threx general, "the galaxy will belong to the humans." The plan was simple. They would gather their best minds, strongest fleets, and secret technology. They would build a weapon strong enough to destroy even a planet-sized warship, something Earth would never expect. They named the weapon Skybreaker. Skybreaker. That was not just a ship. It was a living superweapon. It had organic armor, powered by a dark sun trapped inside a crystal core. It was hidden inside a black hole field to stay invisible from human scans. Only a few alien engineers and soldiers were allowed near it. The plan was to strike Earth when it least expected, but what they didn't know was this. Earth had spies too. Inside the Alliance of Order, one alien named Varn was secretly working. For Earth, Varn was a small, insect-like being who had once lived on Earth as a science student. He loved Earth's people, their kindness, and their peaceful ways. When he saw the Council planning a sneak attack, he sent a secret message through. "Old Earth frequencies, they are building Skybreaker. Preparing for surprise strike? Warn the Leviathans." Back in the Kuiper Belt, Leviathan Command received the message. Inside the control center of Leviathan 03, Fury. General Rez stood with her hands behind her back, eyes locked on the data. "Screen. So they've decided to strike first," she said. "We knew this day would come," replied Admiral Doran. Fury was already active. Its main weapon was a pulse beam that could tear apart matter at the atomic level. But General Red didn't want war. Not yet. She sent a message to Earth's leadership. The President of Earth, speaking from the United Nations Orbital Hub, gave a short and firm order. Do not fire unless they do, but be ready. So the Leviathans moved. Fury, Judgment, and Wrath left their hiding spots. They didn't attack, but they began to spread across. Nearby star systems, silent, watching, waiting. The galaxy saw it as a warning, but the Alliance of Order took it as a challenge. They activated Skybreaker. A deep red. Light opened in space near the Varan expanse. Skybreaker came out of the black hole, roaring like a living beast. Its outer shell looked alive, pulsing with strange energy. It was twice the size of any known ship, even larger than the first Leviathan. Alien commanders inside the Alliance cheered. It's time to end the human threat. They said Skybreaker headed toward the solar system, hidden by gravity folds and time warps, but Leviathan 03 had already seen it. Fury turned slowly, changing course to intercept. It was alone. The galaxy held its breath. 2 giant titans were now on a collision path. Would Earth finally be crushed? Or did humans still have more secrets? Everyone was about to find out. The galaxy watched with wide eyes. 2 monsters were now moving toward each other in deep space. On one side was Skybreaker, the secret alien weapon built to destroy planets. On the other side was Leviathan 03, Fury, one of Earth's mighty warships. Everyone expected war. Inside Skybreaker, alien commanders smiled with confidence. Their ship was alive, covered in organic metal, breathing through space like a creature from a nightmare. Its heart was a dark sun, dangerous, unstable, full of destructive energy. "This is the end of Earth's pride," said the Threx. "Commander, Leviathans will fall." But inside Leviathan 03, there was no fear. General Rez stood calmly in the command room. Her officers were ready. Every system was armed. Every cannon was locked. But the Leviathan did not fire first. It waited. It always waited. Fury sent a message to Skybreaker through open frequency. "You still have time. Turn around. We don't want war." But Skybreaker didn't respond. Instead, it powered up its main weapon. A beam formed in the center of its chest, deep red and swirling like fire. It fired toward Fury. The light moved fast. It's ready to cut through metal and destroy anything in its path. But as it reached Leviathan 03, something strange happened. Fury absorbed the attack. Not blocked, it absorbed it. The red energy beam hit its shields and disappeared like water falling into sand. No damage, no explosion, just silence. The alien commanders inside Skybreaker were stunned. "How is that possible?" One shouted then. Fury moved. Its surface lit up with white-blue energy. Cannons opened from hidden layers. Giant fins rotated to absorb solar power from nearby stars. Its engines roared. But it still didn't attack. Fury sent another message. "Last chance, we can end this without death." The commanders on Skybreaker refused. They fired again, this time with 3 beams and missile storms. A wave of destruction flew toward Fury. The Leviathan finally answered. One by one, Fury's defense systems activated. Missiles were stopped mid-space by gravity pulses. Beams were broken by reflective energy shields. Small drones flew out and began disabling Skybreaker's outer cannons without killing anyone. It was like watching a god. It's a Sarma child's weapon. Then came Fury's only strike. It didn't fire a deadly beam. Instead, it launched a single silver pod. The pod hit Skybreaker's hull and exploded, not with fire, but with an electromagnetic pulse. Skybreaker shut down. Its lights faded. Its weapons stopped. Its heart, the dark sun, was frozen inside. A magnetic cage. The entire living ship is now quiet. No one died. No one was harmed. But the message was clear. Earth could win without killing. Skybreaker drifted in space, helpless. Fury sent its final message to the galaxy we never wanted. War. But we will never be afraid. Back on alien worlds, leaders watched the recording in silence. They had expected blood. They had expected destruction. But what they saw was discipline, mercy, and unshakable strength. The Alliance of Order fell apart within hours. Their own people turned against them. Protests began. Demands for peace grew louder. The Galactic Council sent an urgent message to Earth. "We wish for true peace. Teach us. Lead us. Forgive us." Inside Leviathan 03, General Ray finally smiled. "It's over," she said. Admiral Doran nodded. "We didn't win by power. We won by control." Skybreaker was towed by Fury to a safe orbit. Human engineers helped shut down its dangerous systems without hurting the alien crew. It was a sign of trust and power combined. The war never happened, because Earth didn't just build weapons, they built wisdom. Peace returned to the galaxy, but it was not the same galaxy anymore before. Earth was seen as weak, a small planet, full of art, music, and farming. Now, every alien leader, soldier, and citizen knew the truth. Earth was the quiet giant, and the Leviathans were its voice. After the Skybreaker incident, the Galactic Council called for a full peace summit. For the first time in history, Earth was not just a guest, it was the one leading the meeting. The summit was held on Unity Station, a neutral space platform floating between 3 star systems. Hundreds of species attended, Some had once mocked humans. Some had feared them. Now they stood in silence as a human representative took the stage. She was not a soldier. She was a teacher. Her name was not famous. But her words became legend. We built the Leviathans not for war. She said calmly, but because history taught us something, the ones who want peace must be ready to protect it. With wisdom, with strength, with heart. No one clapped. No. One cheered. They simply listened and remembered. After the summit, Earth made a powerful choice. It did not take control of the galaxy. It did not demand tribute or power. Instead, Earth opened the Leviathan project to the galaxy. We will share our knowledge, said General Red. Not to dominate, but to guide, so no one ever builds another skybreaker again. Slowly, things began to change. Human engineers traveled to alien worlds to help build peaceful technologies. Leviathan officers trained mixed crews from other species in defense and ethics. Trade became stronger. Borders opened. Enemies became allies. The Leviathans did not disappear. They stayed in space, floating like silent guardians. Judgment near Jupiter. Wrath near the Corellian border. Fury in the Varan sector, and new Leviathans were built not for war, but for peacekeeping science and rescue missions. Leviathan 04. Hope became a hospital ship, Leviathan-05. Harmony explored the edges of known space. Alien children grew up, hearing stories of the Leviathans, not as monsters, but as protectors. Some races still didn't understand how Earth had done it. How did humans build ships the size of planets in silence? They asked. The answer was always the same, because no one was watching us seriously. We used that silence to prepare. Some scholars called it the Great Mistake, how the galaxy laughed at Earth while it was becoming the most powerful force in the stars. But humans never sought revenge. They didn't destroy their enemies. They educated them. They taught that. True power is not in fire and metal, but in control, patience, and purpose. Years passed, then decades, and the galaxy changed. Peace held. Empires stopped expanding by force. New laws were created. And at the center of it all was Earth. Not feared, not hated, but respected. Still the Leviathans remained active. Their lights still glowed in the night sky. Their weapons were ready, though silent, because humans knew one thing: peace is a garden. And even the most beautiful garden must be protected from time to time. At night, under alien skies, children pointed at the stars and asked, "Which one is the Leviathan?" Parents smiled and answered, "All of them are watching." And that is why we sleep safely. And so the galaxy remembered, not the war that never came, but the humans, who were ready if it ever did. The end.